mother. Get the out of my gym. No. I beat your mother. Motherfucker, I used to 41. You know about 41 and 1. You can fight. Let me go. I'm gonna talk right here.
Huh? What do you tell Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, because he's watching your URL.
Be a man, like you know.
I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather Sr. recently spoke publicly outside his Las Vegas gym, sharing an emotional reaction that revealed deep concern about his son, Floyd Mayweather, while addressing reporters. He expressed disappointment and suggested that the person his son has become feels unfamiliar to him. During the brief interaction, he became visibly emotional, eventually pausing the conversation and stepping away. According to people at the gym, he had been absent for several weeks prior to this moment, reportedly avoiding ongoing questions tied to the situation involving Mayweather. However, after finishing a private session, he chose to respond when approached, though his reaction reflected clear emotional strain. Witnesses noted that he appeared shaken and repeatedly made remarks implying that the situation felt more difficult than any setback he had experienced before ending the discussion. Separate accounts also describe an earlier incident that took place roughly 2 weeks before this exchange. Individuals present at the gym say he arrived without prior notice and asked to speak privately with anyone who might have direct contact with his son. During that visit, he reportedly attempted to reach him multiple times, but was unable to get a response. Those nearby claim he left messages expressing concern, urging him to reconnect and reconsider the path he was taking. The relationship between father and son, which has experienced tension in the past, now appears to be under even greater strain. Sources familiar with both sides suggest there has been no direct communication between them since the controversy began.
And if you want to learn how to do it right, you better come see the right people.
Okay.
And look at the right people. I'm not even saying that it's whoever. It's me.
Okay.
Interview 2. The reasons being discussed behind Floyd Mayweather's pursuit of additional revenue streams appear to go further than commonly mentioned matters like jewelry disputes or housing-related issues. Reports referencing legal documents shared by boxing insiders suggest that he may have outstanding tax liabilities with the Internal Revenue Service, estimated at around $38 million for the years between 2015 and 2018. It has also been claimed that ongoing penalties are continuing to add to this total, with figures reportedly increasing by roughly $200,000 each month.
Takeaway is the IRS, if you pay attention, they're saying he owes taxes from the years 2018 to 2023, right? That's right after he retired and presumably stopped working with Al Heyman and Showtime.
Alongside the reported tax matters, additional questions have emerged regarding the current state of Floyd Mayweather's exhibition fight Ventures Point 1 proposed event involving Mike Tyson has reportedly been delayed indefinitely, with disputes over financial arrangements, particularly how the purse will be divided, mentioned as a key reason. Some observers interpret this as hesitation from promoters to agree to the requested terms. At the same time, another exhibition matchup against Greek fighter Mike Zambides, which had been expected to take place in June, is said to be facing challenges in securing sponsorship. This reportedly follows controversy connected to a Netflix-related situation, with indications that certain European broadcasters have also withdrawn from early-stage discussions. Speaking to ESPN, boxing financial analyst David Mayo suggested that these developments may have impacted Mayweather's value within the exhibition market. He noted that concerns about consistency and reliability could be making investors more cautious when considering large financial commitments.
Who actually wants to watch this guy fight? Like, people that love him. If he comes out and if he loses and looks terrible and gets destroyed, well, look, if you love him or hate him, you can say, well, he's nearly 50 years old. This doesn't prove anything. Like, he's not in his prime anymore.
The financial deal connected to Floyd Mayweather and his earnings from a bout with Manny Pacquiao was reportedly not arranged through a conventional bank or typical lending source. Instead, reports suggest that the funding came from a private equity group that specializes in high-risk investments within the sports industry.
Fortunately, Floyd was not the right partner and the right fit to do things with. And he just came back into my world. And now he's doing something that's completely, he's messing with big corporations and things, and he doesn't even realize the level of doors he can open with this opportunity.
Industry insiders familiar with these kinds of financial arrangements describe the terms as highly restrictive. According to them, the agreements may involve monthly interest rates ranging from 15% to 20%, along with clauses that allow lenders to take full control of pledged assets if the scheduled fight fails to happen for any reason.
First one, October 24th. The second one, November the 6th. The third one, December 14th. He received money for all three agreements when he signed them. Not only that, but he has taken out an advance on his purse to fight Pacquiao.
Reports suggest that if Floyd Mayweather were to step away from a potential matchup with Manny Pacquiao, the impact could go well beyond missing out on the fight's expected earnings. According to sources, the structure of certain agreements may give lenders the authority to recover secured assets, which could include property in Las Vegas, vehicles registered in his name, and other financial holdings. Some analysts believe that leveraging future earnings may have created a complex situation. As a result, the scenario is often described as a difficult choice: move forward with a fight despite the risks involved, or withdraw and potentially face serious financial consequences linked to those agreements.
But you're not paying off properties that are getting foreclosed on. You owe millions upon millions of dollars to the IRS. You're buying assets that don't appreciate. You're having to sell back things and close businesses. You are not paying rent on spots in New York, on private jets, that one of which he had to already sell.
Responses from within the boxing world point to increasing concern about Floyd Mayweather's current reputation in the sport. Trainer Robert Garcia took a firm stance, revealing that he turned down an offer reportedly worth $150,000 to work with Mayweather ahead of a possible rematch with Manny Pacquiao. Garcia stated that his decision was influenced by doubts regarding financial dependability, explaining that he was unwilling to enter an arrangement where he felt commitments might not be fully met.
Playing games and fooling the fans, the people interested in this fight, and everybody, just playing games to make it even a bigger fight, to make it a little more interesting, to make Pacquiao mad and frustrated, and because it's a fight that
Statement from Adrian Broner have attracted widespread attention, particularly after reports suggested he step away from a planned exhibition match with Floyd Mayweather that was scheduled for later this year. According to those reports, Broner communicated his decision to his team, citing concerns about avoiding circumstances similar to situations being discussed in connection with Netflix and Manny Pacquiao.
I can be around Floyd. Don't get me wrong. I love being around him. He cool to me, cool dude, whatever. But I can't be around him that long because he gonna do something that ticks me off. He gonna do something that tick me off, and I ain't the type that hold it in like his people that he pay and that work.
At a meeting within Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar de la Hoya said to have addressed the situation surrounding Floyd Mayweather in a very direct manner, that he reflected on the influence of Floyd Mayweather Sr. in shaping his understanding of defensive boxing, especially the shoulder roll technique, and expressed concern about what he perceives as a decline in that legacy, according to reports. He described the situation as one of the most disappointing developments he has observed in the sport.
All the news on Mayweather, Pacquiao, potentially falling apart. I mean, I have to say this, Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O. Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost.
Freddie Roach had confirmed that planning is already in motion for a possible backup opponent for Manny Pacquiao. He explained that discussions have included several major names in boxing, including Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr., as alternative options if a fight with Floyd Mayweather does not move forward as expected.
Daryl, Mayweather's going down. You need to lose all your money.
Reports indicate that Freddie Roach may already be preparing Manny Pacquiao with the possibility in mind that a fight against Floyd Mayweather might not eventually happen. To IN comments to Filipino media, Roach suggested that training is being structured not only around potential Mayweather bout, but also to ensure readiness in case the matchup does not come to fruition at the same time. A recent podcast discussion by Joe Rogan regarding Mayweather's financial situation drew widespread online attention, reportedly gaining millions of views in a short time. The episode referenced various claims about taxes, legal matters, and other alleged financial obligations. However, much of the information being shared in public discussions remains unverified, and several of the figures mentioned are based on speculation rather than confirmed financial documentation.
And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever, like there's all these lawsuits, like he hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that, and it's like... And then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith shared on First Take that he personally reached out to representatives connected to Floyd Mayweather in order to get clarity on the ongoing situation, though he explained that the response he received indicated Mayweather does not consider the issue a contractual breach. According to this account, Mayweather allegedly never intended to approach a potential fight with Manny Pacquiao as a fully committed professional bout, even if agreements or discussions had taken place.
I called just right away. What happened? What happened? Like what? That's not what we signed. Like we signed a real fight. So and he got his advance. Why he's announcing like this propaganda exhibition, that blah blah blah, everything like that.
If the reports are accurate, the situation could move beyond a standard contract dispute and potentially raise more serious legal questions, including allegations related to fraud, especially in cases where agreements may have been signed under specific conditions that were not ultimately carried out while financial benefits were still received. Legal observers monitoring the discussion have also pointed out that public statements attributed to Floyd Mayweather in interviews, including appearances such as those with Vegas Sports Today, could become relevant if the matter were ever examined in a formal legal or investigative context.
Yeah, there's a disagreement in terms of whether this is a real fight or an exhibition, but really that's really falling on the side of Mayweather, since apparently he already signed the contracts, the deal was already done, he took some advances apparently on the actual agreed upon terms of the contract.
If the reports are accurate, the situation could move beyond a standard contract dispute and potentially raise more serious legal questions, including allegations related to fraud, especially in cases where agreements may have been signed under specific conditions that were not ultimately carried out while financial benefits were still received. Legal observers monitoring the discussion have also pointed out that public statements attributed to Floyd Mayweather in interviews, including appearances such as those with Vegas Sports Today, could become relevant if the matter were ever examined in a formal legal or investigative context.
He decides to walk away from it, there's going to be repercussions. There's going to be, I think the way he phrased it was there's going to be problems. And clearly he's talking about legal maneuvers that would take place against Floyd. And he's calling his bluff. He's like, look, you can either engage in this fight that you have signed for, or I'll see you in court.
The commonly repeated estimate of an 8 to 9 figure penalty represents only a portion of the overall discussion. That figure is mainly associated with the Pacquiao-related agreement, but there are suggestions that other parties could potentially raise separate claims as well. Some reports indicate that Netflix may seek damages linked to reputational concerns and production expenses, with speculative estimates ranging from $50 million to $200 million depending on marketing investments and expected audience performance. In addition, the Sphere venue is also mentioned in discussions as potential claimant for losses related to promotion and ticket sales, with figures speculated to be in the tens of millions. Overall, analysts suggest that if multiple parties were to pursue full legal remedies, the total financial exposure could, in theory, reach several $100 million, although none of these outcomes have been officially confirmed.
Floyd has got to be the dumbest person in a position that he is in, and one of the dumbest rich people alive. He has to be. Because how do you think you're going to strong-arm Netflix into doing what you want to do with this whole, no, it's going to be an exhibition, no, we don't know where the fight's going to be, after it's already announced where the fight's going to be, the date it's going to be on.
Online reports suggest that the team of Greek fighter Mike Zambides has been exploring possible legal considerations related to scheduling conflicts around a proposed exhibition bout. Some claims mention that contractual discussions may have included penalty-related clauses, although no official confirmation has been provided at the same time. There is online speculation regarding financial structures connected to private funding arrangements and event guarantees, but the details remain unverified and largely based on public discussion rather than confirmed documentation. Other commentary online suggests that disputes over cancellations or contract interpretations could potentially lead to further legal complications. Depending on how any agreements are understood and enforced as of now, none of these claims have been formally confirmed by the parties involved, and much of the information remains within the realm of speculation and reporting rather than established fact.
Netflix, a multi-billion-dollar company, officially announced that this would be a real fight at the Sphere. So, earlier this morning, I spoke to Jazz Mather, who is the CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, and he said it is absolutely a real fight. There's a signed contract. Mayweather signed it. It's in there. That it's a real fight that'll count on their...
Online sources suggest that discussions involving Netflix may be evolving into more complex legal considerations connected to contractual matters involving Floyd Mayweather. Some reports speculate about potential legal outcomes that could, in theory, affect participation in future scheduled events if prior agreements are not fully resolved. However, there is currently no verified evidence or official court documentation confirming such actions. At the same time, online commentary has revived attention around emotional remarks reportedly made by Floyd Mayweather Sr. regarding his son, which have been widely shared and interpreted in different ways across social platforms and boxing communities. Additionally, unnamed industry voices cited in various reports have offered differing opinions on Mayweather's current standing in the sport. Though these perspectives remain unconfirmed and speculative, overall, much of the ongoing discussion is based on rumors, public commentary, and unverified claims rather than established legal findings or confirmed outcomes.